Hi, everybody. My name is Jackie Jensen, and I am so glad you decided to spend this Tuesday night with us. Myself and my co-host, the amazing Tiffany Pastor, are just really excited to share with you just some awesome supplements and then also a business opportunity that has really changed the trajectory of our lives. I used to be a third grade teacher. I have almost been in this industry for a full decade now. In September, it will be 10 years. Kind of hard to believe, but I was a third grade teacher. I just needed a little extra money to pay for Christmas that year. And so I saw an opportunity that came across my desk and I said, listen, I'm going to do this until Christmas is over and then I'm going to quit. I'm going to do enough to pay for Christmas, quit because no one makes money in network marketing. You don't have to say it in the chat, but if you've ever thought that, you're not alone. So I got through Christmas, was making more than doing this than I was teaching. So 2 years in, I was able to quit my teaching job and stay home with my daughter. And I was just telling my chiropractor today, I visited him today, and I said, listen, teachers work the hardest, honestly, like, because he's talking about some other things I'm doing with kids now. And I was like, but nothing compares to being a teacher. So if you were a teacher, please put it in the chat. Also, go ahead and put in the chat where you're tuning in from. I'm always interested to hear where you're tuning in from. I'm in Idaho, and Tiffany, I'll let her introduce herself, but she's in Colorado, which is beautiful. I used to live in Colorado, and it is the most beautiful, although it's way too cold. I will stand on that until my dying day, even though Colorado people are always trying to tell me it's not as cold as I think it is, but I think it's cold. They got snow last weekend. But anyways, so tonight we are going to, I have so many fun things to share with you. We actually have a bunch of testimonials, and almost everybody that you're going to hear from tonight, I mean, not Tiffany and I, but everyone else is part of the medical community. And I love medical community people because a lot of people come over here. I've actually personally sponsored 5 to 6 people that are chiropractors, natural chiropractors, and you're going to hear from one tonight. They come over here because of the quality of our ingredients, the sourcing, the just how clean everything is. And so I cannot wait to share with you just a couple of our products. We're not going to keep you here forever. We do have 21 products now. We're not going to share all 21. We're actually just going to keep it at a handful of our most popular. But you can always get back with the person who invited you, and they can give you more information on so many of our products. We have a testimony group that has thousands of testimonies about a lot of our products and the natural properties they have that are helping people with their health solutions. But without further ado, the company that we are talking about tonight is called Trinot, which means to give life in French. These are our founders. This is Lauren, Russ, and Scott. They are amazing people. I know them all very well. And they just have really taken me under their wing, helped me learn about our products and this company. And they have a passion to see 1 billion lives impacted for good. Now, I didn't say make $1 billion. They want to see 1 billion lives impacted for good. They have such a passion for that. We are in the middle of global expansion right now. I'm not going to take time to read all of the text on the side here. You can read through it if you'd like. But the main thing is, we are a 10-year-old company. So when I came as a business person, I came over here from another company 2.5 years ago because of the amazing compensation plan I saw. And I came over here because it was old enough to be established, and I knew I wasn't taking a big risk, yet it was young enough that a lot of people had not yet heard of it, which is such a big deal when it comes to business. You want to get to be one of the first people. And tonight you're going to hear about so many of the great products that we have right now that are literally taking the internet by storm. But first of all, I want to show you our scientific advisory board. These 4 men and women they are scientists, and they are the ones responsible for making sure we have the most high quality ingredients, we have the best sourcing, and that our products do what they say they will do without any fillers, without any artificial ingredients. So I like to say that from the beginning, because we're not going to take the time to just dig into every ingredient. We have videos that do that. If you want that, go back to the person who invited you. They can give you those. But tonight we're just going to kind of give an overall scope of our favorite products and why they work, and some testimonies to boot. So I'm going to introduce one of my very favorite people in all the world. Her name is Tiffany Pastor. She and I connected a couple years ago through a mutual friend, and she has really done really well here. She has a very full life. She homeschools her kids. She works more than full time. She creates films. I mean, how many people do you know that actually like create films with like a crew? And anyway, she's amazing, and she acts in them. She's actually heading after this to combat rehearsal because she's working on a combat film right now. Anyway, she's like one of the most amazing people I've ever seen. Yeah, she fits this business in the nooks and crannies of her life. She made 5 figures in 6 weeks. And so she's going to chat with you about some of our favorite products. So Tiffany, if you want to unmute yourself, take it away. That would be awesome. But hold on just a second because I think I don't have collagen. Oh, wait. Okay. We're going to start with Enrich. Okay. We'll end with collagen.
Great. Perfect. Well, hey, everybody. I'm so happy that you're here to hear about all of the things that Trinot has to offer. And I will say, absolutely, life can be very, very busy, but this is worth the time. This is absolutely worth your time. I know it's worth my time, and it's changed my life. And I've found products in this whole company that empower me to do what I'm called to do. And I believe that there are specific things that you were designed for, that you are like made to just excel and thrive in, but we've got to be healthy to do it. And so I love that today we are going to be highlighting some insights from people in the medical industry, which is super exciting because ultimately, if we're going to put our money behind anything, it better have an impact. So we're going to be talking about some high impact products. And one of the first ones that did draw my attention was Enrich. And it's ultimately going to be targeting your gut health. This is a digestive enzyme blend that's going to help your body process all of the food that you're eating. So it's a probiotic, prebiotic. As you take it with your meals, it's going to help process all of your food. I don't know about what's on your diet or what's on your plate every day, but often throughout the day, we have processed foods. And this helps your body process all the foods so that you can absorb the nutrients that you need. And it ultimately helps get your gut healthy. So many Americans are facing off with gut health issues that then begin to impact the rest of their body. So if your gut is healthy, that's going to make a huge difference. I would love also if Megan could come in and just share a little bit from some testimony regarding Enrich. Megan is a retired paramedic and healthcare. She's worked in the healthcare industry at an executive level. Jackie is also showing you her before and after pictures because this is truly, truly amazing. Yeah, the life change here that you can see from one side of the screen to the other is pretty remarkable. So if someone who is willing to take their health that seriously then gets behind these products, you know there's been a lot of research done. So Megan, would you please share some of your, just share with me a little bit about Enrich and how you've seen an impact?
Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, Jackie. Yes, this is my before and after picture. So this is a 1.5 year span. When I jumped into being serious. I've always been serious about my health and I work out quite a bit, but really didn't take nutrition very seriously because I was going to eat whatever I wanted. And I really worked out to maintain that picture on the left. And thought that I was doing all right. Then you see the picture on the right and realize how much further you can go. And so I have played around with a lot of supplements over many, many years. Most of them very good supplements, like very good companies. I did a lot of research into what was being used, the whole food, plant-based, etc. But Trinot has made a huge difference in my life and the life of my family. And so throughout the course of this journey that you see in these transformation pictures, I added different supplements in along the way. And Enrich is a huge one for both me and my family. So in bodybuilding, you go into some pretty significant deficits and your nutrition and the foods that you eat become very, very selective, especially when you're in prep. And so the closer and closer you get to competition, the more protein you're eating. And while I still was committed to a whole food diet, you eat a lot of things that are cooked. You eat a lot of white fish, which while it's really good for you because it's low fat, it also doesn't have a lot of nutrients in it. And so Trinot and the Enrich specifically really helped keep me moving. If you know anything about eating protein, it tends to stop you up. It's just inevitable. And even though I was eating a ridiculous amount of spinach and green vegetables, which are kind of my freebies, green beans and spinach and lettuce and all of those things, it just doesn't overcome the amount of protein that I was consuming as well. And Enrich was what was required to keep me moving. And so it's really, really important because you have the prebiotics, the probiotics, and it's food-based, right? So we can't get prebiotics anyway except through food. And the probiotics, we oftentimes rely on yogurt and milk and our dairy products, but in our American culture, most all of your dairy products are homogenized and pasteurized, which means that they shove air through them and denature the proteins, and they put them at a high heat, which then kills off all the probiotics, and then they add them all back in. And our market doesn't actually, and the FDA doesn't actually regulate what kind they add back in. And so we look for dairy to supplement a lot of those things in our American diet, and it doesn't actually meet the needs. And Enrich is plant-based and food-based. And so that really comes back in and it helps produce and grow the flora and the fauna that are in your gut that are really important to help repair and restore throughout your small intestine. So one thing, I'm going to go a little nerdy for just a second. One thing that's really important to remember with Enrich, Transform, a lot of these supplements, if you ever read the labels, they specifically say, take with 8 ounces of water. So why is that so important? Most of the time, these supplements, we want them in the small intestine, which is where you absorb the majority of your nutrients out of the food that you eat and out of the supplements that you take. It takes 8 ounces of water to open the sphincter between your stomach and your small intestine. So when you drink it with the 8 ounces of water, and this is part of the reason we say eat, drink it, or take your supplements and then wait, it's because we want it to hit the small intestine to prep and prime your small intestine to actually absorb the nutrients from the food that you're going to eat. So it's really important that we're actually getting these nutrients and these supplements in the area of our gut that we want it in, so that we really and truly are absorbing the nutrients from the food that we're going to eat. So
Love
I am
that.
a huge fan. I can tell you so many stories for myself, for my son, of both the Enrich and the Glow that has kept me upright. I love the fact that our Glow has antioxidant properties. So as you can imagine, being in healthcare, I face every single virus and bacteria that comes through a doctor's office and a clinic, but I can stay upright and avoid and fight it off. These products and these supplements are synergistic, which means they build on each other and help boost other areas of your body. And it's so important for me and for my family to keep us healthy.
I love that. Thank you so much, Megan. What you just heard was such a beautiful explanation, big picture of what's going on inside. We do have a quick little video as well, which is so helpful. If you're a visual person, this is going to be very helpful, because what you heard from Megan was so just really, really thoughtfully like explained. This is going to be a vision, like a visual piece that comes alongside what she was sharing. You're going to see how Enrich actually does break down this processed pack of pudding in just seconds. And you're going to imagine if that was all of the food I was eating throughout the day and it starts to like actually process and do that from my insides, that's a big win. So check out this video real quick.
We're going to demonstrate the power of the Enrich enzymes using a snack pack pudding. As you can see, it's a solid. I turned it upside down here. I'm going to take one of these enzymes, crack it open, and stir in these raw enzymes that also have pre and probiotics. We're going to make sure this is really stirred around in here. These enzymes are designed to be taken before meals, so we're breaking down the carbs, the fats, the sugars, and the proteins so the body can actually absorb all the nutrients from the food and help with digestion. And so as you can see, this pudding is already going through a change. And literally in just about a minute and a half, it took a solid pudding and it liquefied it. I love being able to see the products that I'm taking every day work right before my eyes. And that's one of the great features of Enrich, is we get to demonstrate the power of enzymes here.
So as you can see, that was just a quick little example. Enrich is one of those things. One reason we call it a high impact product is many people feel or experience an impact, even sometimes on the very first time that they use these different supplements. I would say I was one of those people when I tried Enrich for the very first time. It was a game changer for me, as I would eat food and normally feel I might be eating I had certain sensitivities, and I would have a meal and I would feel off or bloated or full or achy or whatever. And now like I can actually just run like I'm supposed to run and eat like I'm supposed to eat. And I feel like I have all the strength I need. Another other product that is just absolutely a game changer is our liquid collagen. And I just sing about this collagen all the time. It is one of those ones that you can like literally feel a difference right away. So I don't know if any of you are over, 18 or 20 years old, then you know that the elasticity in our body that holds us all together is super crucial and so important. Collagen is one of those pieces that helps hold us together in so many ways. But this is an advanced type 1 collagen in liquid form. You're going to see several pictures of some of the before and after pictures, but liquid collagen is going to, of course, impact your hair, your skin, your nails, your joints, so many facets of healing for your body and strength. And specifically, how this compares to some other products as well. I used to take a bunch of different collagens that I was like, oh, please, please help, help, help. And I learned that those other brands typically had like a 20% absorption rate, but what is super special about Glow is there's a 90% absorption rate. So when you are investing in a product that you are really hoping to have a high impact, this is that product, and it has such an impact. I had a injury last summer actually, and I was about to film in a big action sequence, and I had a huge injury, blew out my knee, and literally couldn't walk the rest of the day, and was just started pounding my liquid collagen and then and rehabbing as best as I could. And only 7 days later, I was back on film set and running for a full day all across our location. And I knew that I had been able to resource my body with strength because of that collagen. So there are so many other testimonies as well that will share great benefits of how this has been such a big deal and such a big impact for people. So collagen is a big deal. And so is our energy. And there are a lot of different types of energy drinks out on the market, but I have never seen anything at all like Mojo and Zest. Mojo and Zest have an amazing focus blend that is truly awesome. And again, zooming back out, all of this is plant-based. All of this has been vetted so carefully. So you're getting this high level of benefit. When I tried Zest and Mojo at different times, I found that while I'm getting a high boost of focus energy, it's not spiking me. It's actually just adding this beautiful amount of energy in a huge way. And it's also giving this wonderful like slow release process. So it lasts for a long time. Whereas before, if I had a coffee or I had other drinks, it would be like spike. And then 2 hours later, I was just like exhausted again. This has been a really big product for me that I start my day every single day with Zest. And I actually drink mine warm. Zest has typically been a product people drink cold, like a cold lemonade type drink. I actually drink mine warm. And then Mojo, there's 2 different flavors for coffee and for chocolate, which is awesome. So these are different products that are going to help source you with strength and energy as well. But coming alongside that, last fall, there was a big release for a brand new product that there is nothing else like it out there on the industry. And this has been a 10-year research process in the making. So Transform was released last fall, but in the process of research 10 years ago, there was a new discovery through a Harvard study that there was this plant-based enzyme that helps transform your glucose or your sugar levels into fiber. That's a big deal, especially when I believe so many people in America right now, America is in the middle of a sugar crisis where so much sugar has been infused into all of our foods all throughout the food industry. And people are facing off with all kinds of ramifications and effects of how sugar is impacting their bodies. So not only is this for people with high level medical issues that we're talking about, like on an everyday level, Transform truly can transform your day. As it does transform your sugar and your glucose into fiber, that means that it's going to balance your fibers throughout the day, or I'm sorry, balance your sugars throughout the day. So there's like this sense of balance and stability that you will have all throughout the day. And that impacts a lot of pieces to your life. Specifically, I would say it feels like the way it feels is that your body is released of working so hard to process sugar that now it just has energy to do what it needs to do. So that means that if you've ever had issues with brain fog or just like exhaustion or lethargy, there's this synergy and this focus that comes together when you're taking Transform, and it helps just bring a balance and a clarity all the way across. I can say personally, I have been very careful as I've hit my 40s and looked at what I'm eating more intently and I've been paying attention to my sugars. I noticed that when I took Transform, what normally would spike me or would make me just kind of go up and down, all of a sudden I had this very even keel process, and I had energy all the way to the end of the day. And I personally felt like I was probably just going to be exhausted all the time. Specifically, I have 3 kids, and ever since I had my first baby, usually by the time it's bedtime for a baby, I was just ready for bedtime, or I was wanting a nap in the afternoon and was just like, oh, exhausted. Those things completely disappeared, and I now have the energy to do everything I need to all day long. So it's been a revolutionary product that has helped so many people. And coming alongside Transform is another product called Activate that is just now releasing. It's still in beta test form. It should be releasing to the public, I think, in the next month or so. And the way it works alongside Transform is going to target your sugars and your glucose. Activate is literally overhauling your metabolism. And I would love for Jackie to share a little bit about how Activate works in tandem with Transform.
I love that. Thanks, Tiffany, so much for sharing tonight. Okay, so Activate is awesome. So it actually comes, oh yeah, good. I did keep it down here. It comes in this little pack, and so you can use both of them. So organized, guys. Okay, so it comes in this little package, and it has a little pamphlet that comes with it that shows you exactly how to use it. But like she said, Transform you actually use with your meals, and you take them right before your meals. And then Activate is like a little drink. So your GLP-1 hormone, if you know anything about that, we have to be careful what we say, although we aren't streaming this, so maybe a little, I don't have to be as careful, but some people right now are getting injections with shots to help them lose weight. What that's doing is that's increasing their GLP-1 hormone, which tells your body when it's full. As you get older, that GLP-1 hormone decreases, which makes you overeat. Then I think that's why a lot of people, when they hit middle age, they think it's just their age that's making them gain weight. But a lot of it could be that they're just enjoying food more than they ever have because those hormones are going down. This is going to increase it so that when your body is full, it truly will tell your body when it is full. And so we have had some crazy results with this, not just with weight loss, although that can be a great byproduct, but it helps you feel great. It helps your brain clear. And I'm just going to show you just a couple different testimonies. I'm not going to spend time reading them all, but it's crazy what's happening with people's blood sugars. They're stabilizing. They're feeling great. They're not needing as much sleep because their body's not having to work as hard. So I have an amazing testimony tonight. This is a girl. This is a natural chiropractor. She came to me 3 weeks ago, and she said, basically, I'm creating these supplements, especially with Transform, this glucose to fiber. I'm creating this myself for my clients. I had no idea there was a supplement like it out here. And I would much rather not sell it than not have to create it myself. She has found so much success in our business. She's actually promoted about 5 times between her 2 accounts in 3 weeks. So anyway, Jenna Lee, would you unmute yourself and would you kind of share your testimony, what brought you over here? And then I'd love for you also to kind of touch on what happened with Mojo with you as well.
Yeah, well, that's where my journey starts off. Hi, everybody. I'm Jenna Lee. I have been doing natural health for 10 years now. I am a hypnotherapist and I'm also a natural chiropractor. Natural health has been my thing for the last 10 years. And when I was starting to study holistic health, my doctor, my natural doctor, had actually told me that I was hyperglycemic and had told me to stay away from fruit. And I was like, stay away from fruit. If God and the earth provide it, I should be able to eat it. So I went on a journey to find natural herbs that would naturally balance my blood sugar out because I am hyperglycemic. So I do have blood sugar imbalances. I have been creating my own herbal pills by hand for the last 8 years. Now this just evens out my blood sugar, transforms even better than that. I would like to add in there that if you don't know if you're hyperglycemic or have a blood sugar imbalance, there's lots of different ways that you can know because you'll have skin tags on your neck. You'll have discoloration on the back of your neck and inside of your groins. You'll crash before around the hours of 2 to 3 p.m. Also, you'll wake up in the middle of the night pretty snacky. So those are some of the signs right there. When I got into Trinont, it was because of Mojo. That's what led me here originally. It helped me to release a year-long depression that I had been in. And I had seen the effects come up. My brain fog was gone. I was back to hustling 14 hours a day. I was seeing clients on a regular basis. When I started to incorporate Transform into my everyday diet on a regular basis, I have been able to drop weight. I have been able to sleep better. I have been able to think much more clear. And I completely got rid of all my supplements that I have been on by hand and from other natural doctors over the last 10 years because it changed my life so quickly in such a short period of time. I don't have to make them myself anymore either. So
I love it. That's so great. I love hearing her testimony, and she has found such amazing results with here, and congratulations on all your success, but I know we are just getting started. So speaking of business, I came over here because of an amazing compensation plan that I saw that I just couldn't say no to. We have a ripple effect group. This picture is old. It says we have 85,000 members, and it's actually about 130,000 now members of people with thousands of testimonies like the ones you just heard, except for way more. And one thing I love is that we have a Jeep stipend on our very, 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 very first level. I had only been in the business for a couple of days and I earned this stipend, and we needed a car. My husband had totaled not one, but 2 cars this summer. And so I just went to the Jeep dealership and I was like, I get this Jeep stipend. What can you do me? So I actually got the mom version of it. It has the 3rd row, which has been great, but eventually I actually qualify for 2 stipends. I'm trying to get my husband to get one of those fun ones. We can take the top off in the summer. But anyway, I want to introduce my amazing friend who's a PA. This is like medical themed. I love this call so much. So she's a PA. She has a ton of experience in the PA world, no experience with network marketing. She came to me about a year ago and just said, hey, her mom actually came in first. And then her mom said, you should talk to Jackie. And she came in and she was like, I don't believe it. Tell me about these ingredients, blah, blah. And by the end, she was like, okay, well, this actually sounds pretty good. She has found incredible success. She hit her leadership level. We were actually at a leadership conference in California together about a month ago. And she has mentored so many people in the healthcare space in this industry. So Kate, would you mind, she's at a soccer game for her daughter and she's hopping on. Kate, would you mind unmuting yourself and just talking to everybody about the success that you have had in this business?
Hey, Jackie. Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so I got started February 2023, so just a little over a year ago. And yeah, my mom invited me to a call. I had an idea it was network marketing, and I honestly was like, oh my gosh, Mom, why are you getting involved in one of those things? Like, and but I was like, okay, well, I'll check it out, check out the call. It was just like this one tonight, and Jackie hosted it. And I just remember like seeing the products, and I was like really impressed with them and what I was seeing, and especially that they were like plant-based. And so I've been a PA for 7 years. I work in child and adolescent psychiatry. I'm really passionate about lifestyle medicine too, which for those of you that don't know, a lot of it, the dietary or nutrition aspect is a whole food plant-based diet, and it helps to reduce inflammation. And so I just love like being able to give your body these natural supplements to help with like reducing inflammation and all of these issues. And so I was just really impressed with what I saw. Grilled Jackie, asked her tons of questions. And but I decided, you know what, I'm so tired of being in the clinic full time. I want something different. I'm a mom, I have 2 kids, and I was just like, this is just not the life I want to live. Like, I eventually want to be able to cut back to part-time and, have a better work-life balance, which I think a lot of moms kind of feel that way, and they want something different. Okay. And so, anyway, so I decided to jump in, and this truly has changed my life. I never thought I would be as passionate about it as I am, but it's like amazing to help people in such a natural way with these incredible products, and people just really have like life-changing experiences. And if you haven't joined the Ripple Effect group, like hop on there and you can just kind of see what everybody's experiencing. But also just from like a financial aspect, like it's amazing that somebody who has like health issues and, they want to share these products too with people, then they can jump in and then they can, share some of the products and get their products paid for, or, even higher income. So the income potential here is just like truly awesome. And I drive a Jeep. We're riding in it right now to go to my daughter's soccer game. And yeah, we've had it for a year now, so it's pretty awesome to get that. And I've now been able to not only leave the job that was causing me like high stress, but I'm working part-time hours now, working for myself. And so it's just been amazing what Trinot has brought. And really anybody like can just get plugged into this and get going. And that's what I love about it. We just have like such simple systems set up that really anybody can do this.
I love it. Thank you so much, Kate. And I'm so excited to see you soon. Kate actually lives in Twin Falls, which is 2 hours away from me, but we are heading to a convention next month with a lot of us and I'm so excited about it. Okay, so this is the compensation plan that brought me over here. Literally, I was laying awake at night thinking about this compensation plan. If you don't understand compensation plans, that's fine. I'm just going to go kind of overall give you a view of this. So my first month I hit Sapphire. So that's about the middle. That green bar is not the average amount people make. That's the minimum. So that's the base pay. So 5,000 is the base pay, plus you're allowed to have a secondary account. So I have one under my husband's name who doesn't do anything with the business, but it's under his name. So that hits Ruby. So that's $2,000. And then all of that orange bars, those are some bonuses you can earn by hitting ranks quickly. So it's just amazing, the income potential. I have made more money in the last 2.5 years than I ever made with in 7 years total of my last company for sure. It's just been amazing what it has done for my family and so many of my team. We just have such simple systems in place just to help them truly succeed. We also have awesome trips. Now, traveling is my love language. I absolutely love to travel. So I've gone on more trips than I can count with Trinot in the last 2.5 years. And it's been so fun just to lay on the beach and be by the pool, but with all of the leaders that are helping mentor you, it's just been great. I always like to end with my personal results from taking these products. I came in postpartum 2020, almost 40 mama, who just lay on the couch and ordered DoorDash all through the pandemic. I don't know if any of you joined me, but I had my baby, gained 70 pounds. I guess that's 70 pounds. And had him, went back to my diet and exercise routine and realized like, oh, this wasn't baby weight. This was like DoorDash weight. And what I didn't realize is that I needed more than just diet and exercise. I needed a gut overhaul. And so by using these products, it slowly started coming off. I lost about 30 pounds with this. And then also, this is Karen, who is Kate's mom, actually, and she's going through the big M word. For those of you women out there who are in your 50s, you know that it cannot be fun sometimes. And so Transform has actually helped her lose quite a bit of weight as well. But I want to bring on my amazing friend, Jen. She's our last one to share tonight. Jen is also from Colorado and came in here, no experience. She's a mom of twins. So she deserves like extra kudos. But she stays home with them, does Trinot now, and has just found some crazy success with the business side of this. So Jen, would you just share your story with everyone?
Yeah. Just really quick. Yeah. So all my 4 kids, they're under 8, and I have like 1 sleeping, 2 sleeping, and I'm doing dinner right now while my husband's at work. And in that sense, like I'm making it happen and I've been loving it. But to go back really fast is that my husband got laid off a job in February, found a job that he loved in September. But when that offer letter comes in, you're like, well, that's not going to pay the bills, but you need to go and do something that your God gave you, you know? And so he started that. Our reserves started to dwindle, as well as I was needing some health stuff. So I was kind of venturing in that line of things. We're playing with slime if you can't hear the other child. And long of that short, Trinot came knocking at my door, and a passion that was always really important for my husband and I was for me to stay home with said kids. And so in that space, I'd always been trying to, fill that gap with different models that came through my door. That was network marketing. And I eventually was like, I prided myself on knowing myself at the end. I'm not good at that. I don't do good. I like the products. Give me that. And thanks, but no thanks. And but I got to a point this time with I needed something, 1, to work for my health, and 2, life just needed to look different in the finance category. So I said I needed lots of hand holding and systems, hand holding, community, amazing friends that have come along my way. And I have just leveled up in every aspect of my life. If that's not mom capacity, sorry, we have slime here. And she's been quiet the whole time, just it's like Newton's law, right? Shh, long and short again. A big win, my sister just had a baby with Trinot. I have been able to buy last minute plane tickets to go see her. And that would never have happened a few months ago. So I love this company. Thank you. I'm going to mute myself. It's been really good for me.
Love it, Jen. Thank you so much for sharing. That's so awesome. She's done so well. Okay, so the last thing we want to share, if you are interested in joining, if you're like, okay, I'm actually getting emails already of people joining, go ahead and choose one of these packages. We have these pre-packaged things. One thing I forgot to say at the beginning though, we have an amazing sale going on right now for one more day. So if you're watching this on the 23rd or the 24th of April, you are in luck. If you're not, sorry, you're out of luck, but almost our entire site is 20% off. So we have some pre-packaged bundles that are awesome. Our platinum bundle is for sure the best. It comes with a free convention ticket. I would love to meet you next month in Provo, Utah. It comes with everything we talked about tonight, plus a lot of our other products. Pretty much most of what we have comes there. But also we have some other bundles as well, or you can just pay the $99 fee to join and then make your own bundle. And then those would be 20% off. So now is the time, today or tomorrow, to get in on this awesome deal. If you have any questions, go back to the person who invited you. Thank you for spending your Tuesday evening with us. Thank you to all that shared tonight. It was just such an amazing call, and God bless you. And we will talk to you next time. All right. Bye, everybody.